Oh hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janelle, also known as Crazy Curls on Instagram and Twitter. Now, today I'm actually going to bring you something different. I'm actually going to be talking to you guys about positivity. It is something that I have outlined in my YouTube banner, and it's something that I've always wanted to bring to my channel. If this is something that you're into, make sure that you keep watching. If not, you know that you can exit out. But I really do hope that you enjoy it. And if you do, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below just so that I can take in your feedback and keep making these videos. Now, to talk a little bit about myself, I'm a very positive person. I'm very optimistic. I always love to see the bright side in things, but that's not to say that I'm always happy, always in great spirits, that I don't let things get the best of me and my mood changes and that I don't get angry and stuff like that. I'm human just like everyone else. So my emotions definitely vary. But I really like to look at things on the positive side. And whatever the situation may be, I know that there's usually a lesson that needs to be learned. And I try to really analyze things for what they are. Now, with that said, being positive is very difficult for some people. It can be hard. Why? Because it's so easy to just engage in the negative emotions that you're feeling. It's easy to respond back to someone who's disrespecting you. It's easy to maybe even get physical because that's just a form of expression, and you find it easier to hurt someone as opposed to taking a step back, evaluating the situation, evaluating your actions, walking away and moving forward that way. So I just want to say that when it comes to being positive, it takes work. Depending on how you are as a person, reacting to negative things can come really easy, and that can be a bad habit, especially if you're trying to change. So if you're normally a person who lets a lot of things get to them and gets angry and goes from 0 to 100 real quick and wants to grow out of that, you have to take it one day at a time. It's best to just protect your energy and not give your energy and feed into someone's negativity and go down to their level. It's easy to dive into it, of course. Like I was saying earlier, if someone's disrespecting you, making sure that you let them know that you're not that type of person that can be disrespected, and move forward and engage in that negative action, their negative emotions, and going down to their level. It may be harder to walk away. It may be harder to say something positive to them as opposed to something negative and then walking away. But if you work hard at it, you will find that it will just become easier day by day. Now, there will be times where you blow up, of course. There will be times where you're just like, you know what, I'm done being positive, and you engage in the negative. It happens. But it's important to make sure that you try to look at things on the positive side. Why? Because negative emotions, negativity only drains you mentally. It can drain you emotionally. It can even drain you physically without you even knowing. So with that said, are you a positive person? Do you like to look at the bright side in every situation? Do you like to analyze a situation before you react? Are you very impulsive? Do you let little things get to you? How do you deal with negative situations? Overall, I'm a very positive person. I'm very optimistic. I do like to look at things on the bright side. And in my adult years, I can't talk about my younger years, but now I definitely like to reevaluate situations before I respond. Don't get me wrong, I can be very impulsive and respond to negative situations. However, there's a little side of me in my head that says, you know what? Don't even stoop down to that person's level. Do not engage in that negative activity. Do not let that person or the situation affect your energy. I'm very into vibes. I'm very into energy, but I am old enough to not waste my time or my energy into negative actions and negative situations. Now, if I'm being put into something negative, if a negative situation is surrounding me or whatever the situation may be, of course it's going to disturb my energy. I'm still working on making sure that I stay centered, making sure that I don't allow myself to get sucked in, but it's difficult, it's hard. Personally, just to keep it nice and short, I really like to take a step back, reevaluate the situation for what it is, and respond in a way that shows how mature I am and how grown I am about the situation. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of situations that can bring out the negative in somebody. There's a lot of situations that can cause someone to react right away, especially if you feel as though you're being disrespected. But being an adult about things means that you're not going to stoop down to anybody's level. Sometimes, at least for me, being adult means I am not going to engage in negative activity. I'm going to address you and I'm going to show you how an adult should respond to that situation. Maybe by not even engaging in that situation at all, but stating and clearly addressing it in an adult manner, in an adult tone, and communicating what needs to be said. Do you feel the same way? Do you respond the same way that I would? In my younger years, I can't talk about that because I acted the complete opposite way. However, I grew up. So being all about positivity, embracing adulthood, just making better decisions, I like to make sure that I reevaluate a situation before I respond. Do I still respond to negative things sometimes? Of course I do. I'm human. I'm working on me. And working on yourself is the best thing that you can do. Does it mean that I'm going to work on myself today and be all great and not have any, I don't want to say failures, but have any hiccups along the way? Of course not. Hiccups will happen. I'm not going to say that I'm working on me and tomorrow I'm just going to be the most positive, optimistic, I'm not going to ever let anyone disturb my energy type of person. That's unrealistic. Very unrealistic. But to say that you're working on yourself, that you are a work in progress, and that you will work on just being a better person, working on making better decisions, working on protecting your energy and making sure that no one disturbs your peace and that you don't engage in negative activity is more realistic. I always like to spread positive vibes. I like to talk about different situations, maybe not personal, but just situations in general, and how it would be best to respond to certain things. So making sure that you stay positive despite the situation, making sure that you work on yourself, making sure that you envision your goals, that you speak your goals so that you can manifest your goals is what I like to talk about when it comes to positivity and other things of that nature. To keep this video short, I would say this is more of like an introduction to positivity and certain things that I like to talk about. Now, if you like this type of vibe, make sure again that you leave a comment and you let me know if you want me to address a certain situation, or if you're going through a specific situation and you're not too sure how to respond and you would like to know how I would respond. Leave it down below. You don't have to get into specific details. You can change the names of certain characters if you even want to get that deep. I welcome it all, but this is something that I definitely want to bring to my channel, and if you would watch it and if you would enjoy it and just bask in the positive vibes, make sure that you let me know. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I really hope that you can take something out of this and respond and welcome it. Peace and love. Bye.